Some people are like, what? Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Midwest Stitches channel. My name is Danielle, and this is my channel all about my crafting adventures. Today is May 12th, and I believe we are on episode 11. It's been about 2 weeks since I recorded that last video, and because life has just been a little crazy, and I will talk about that kind of at the end of the video. Today we have iced coffee because it's been like 90 degrees here all week in Nebraska. So let's just jump right on in. You can find me on Instagram at midwest.stitches or on my website at midweststitches.com. And before I jump into the knitting, I quickly wanted to put this out there at the very beginning. I've been running a sale in my shop. It's been 20% off for the last 2 weeks. Kind of a clear out the inventory, help me move my website or web platforms sale. So what I'm doing is today only, the last day of the sale, everything will be 40% off. The whole shop. The Progress Keepers that I have, yarn cozies, bags, everything. Yes, so it'll already mark down. You don't need a code. Head on over there and grab yourself a bag or two or whatever. I do have some 4th of July ones from last year still. Obviously, I have Christmas, fall and Halloween. I know those were way off from those seasons, but you know, if you're wanting to get something now to have for then, that'll be good. So, I think that's it kind of for the admin things. So let's jump on into the knitting. So since the last time we talked, if you follow me on Instagram, and I always say that, you will have seen I finished these socks. These are my, I think I called it the wrong thing the last time. I think I called it Cottage Shed. It's Yellow Shed from Pumpkins and Wool, now called the Woolly Owl. So anyway, I finished these up. The second one, I did with a, let's see, what did I do? I used a 2mm. That's what I did. That's what I want to talk about. I did the first one, this one with a 2.25, and then I did the second one with a, I started out doing it with a 2mm. That's what I wanted to talk about. So I had gotten through the cuff, the leg, and half of the heel flap with the 2mm. And I had just finished these socks. We'll revisit these from last time because I had an additional note. I talked about how well they fit, and I thought that they did until I really tried them on. And on, let's see. On the second one that I finished, I talked about how I did it with a 2mm the whole way through, and it fits fine. Like, I like the fit here at the leg and the cuff, but the gusset, it's way too tight around the top of my foot, the instep. So, you know, I mean, it fits, it's fine, I can wear it, but I can just feel it's a little bit too tighter. It's a little bit too tight than what I would prefer. So with this one, since I had just finished that, I was like, oh no, I just went ahead and switched needles. I did halfway through the heel flap. You can't even really tell, I don't think. There's like a minor stitch size difference there. But I switched and these fit fine. And I think the reason that was, is because these are both 75-25 blends. And so the smaller needle size, it's a thinner yarn. Hello to my dog. So I think I'll remember that for next time. That if it's a 75-25 blend, I need to use a 2.25mm and it fits just fine. I don't need to change anything. But if I'm going with a thicker yarn, 80-20, 85-15, then I need to go down a needle size. So yeah, and that's what I'm doing with my work in progress that I'm gonna show you. So yes, these are finished. I think they turned out so good. I think they were such a good color for spring, and I'm happy to have them off the needles. So yay, another pair of socks are done. And out of that, I have, again, a whole ton of yarn left. And that was something that, if you watch my last video, I put a little note on the screen. I forgot to talk about it. I know with leftovers, you can do the Journey socks or shorties, and I'm experimenting with shorties to see how much yarn I need for what I like. And so I was kind of also thinking too, it could be like a kind of a 2-in-1 type deal. I was thinking that because I have so much sock yarn, and I've talked about how I want to use it and love it and all that kind of stuff, and not keep accumulating because it gets a little overwhelming. So I was thinking, and that's what I want to talk about last time is, I was thinking of splitting my cakes of yarn, the 100 grams, just splitting them with the ball winder, 250 gram skeins, using half of it like this. This is 40 grams, but using half of it for socks, shorty socks, and then using the other half, putting it into a crochet granny stripe blanket, because I really love the ones I've seen online. I really want to start one in the sock weight. So I was thinking that might be a good idea. That might be a good way to kind of, I mean, I don't really want to like stash bust, but at the same time, if I'm just making a normal pair of socks like this, and I still have 40 grams left, why not just go ahead and split the cake already and make the socks using half of the cake of yarn. And if I need to, I have a lot of minis that I could just go and grab if I need to, like, you know, finish off the toe, or maybe put a little bit in the cuff or something, you know, whatever, to be able to get a pair of shorties. That's kind of what I was thinking. Let me know what you guys think about that idea, because I have so much yarn, and even though I love it and I try not to buy, I just I want to make pretty things with it, and that's just another way for me to make pretty things and have an ongoing project. And I can still do the socks that I want to do. I can make something else with the leftovers already. And so yeah, so works in progress. We have one half finished object technically. I showed you this yarn the last time, but I did finish one May Wildflowers sock out of the two. I just finished this the other day, and look how pretty. So I did my first shorty. So I did a 10 round cuff, 10 rounds for the leg, and then started the heel flap. And this hits right, the top of the cuff here fits, or the top of the cuff starts right at my ankle bone. And so it's like a perfect fit. Because I was finding with these taller socks, like with these, with the longer leg and stuff, I don't know if it's just where it's hitting on my lower leg and my calf. It kind of slouches too much for me. So that's kind of why I was experimenting with the needle size, but I'm thinking this is like the perfect solution for me, because I don't wear like tube socks or like longer socks as it is. I wear like the no-show, like barely peek through your tennis shoes kind of socks that I buy from the store. So I'm thinking these are going to be perfect for that. And this used a little bit more than I wanted to. I weighed it yesterday. This used approximately, like 30 grams, I think. It was like right under 30. It was like 28 or 29 grams. So if I did my half skein idea, I would have to either make this a little shorter, like a 5 and a 5, which I might do just to see how those fit on my next pair, or I just know going in that I need to, you know, have a coordinating color for the toe, which I'm fine switching colors at the toe. I think that might actually look kind of cool. Like for this one, if I had like a fun yellow or something that would match one of these, that would have been kind of neat. So, or the green. And that's something I might do, because I think for the toes, I think I measured one time, I think the way I do the toe, I take up roughly 3 grams per toe. So if I did that, I would have more than enough to do half, do a toe on 2 socks and be good. So there's that. Yep, these were done on 2mm. Yeah, 64 stitches, and they fit so good. Like, this was so much fun to me because if you watch Vlogmas, you watch the last episode, I talked about the debacle with the Cozy Knitter Advent socks where I was using a 2.25mm needle and they were just so big, like so big. So this is perfect. So I know because this is an 80/20, I know for anything bigger than a 75/25, I need to use a 2mm or go down in stitches. And I might do that next too, like try, after this pair is done, try 2.25mm with 60 stitches. I was thinking about that too, because I have a sock set that I want to cast on. Actually, I have 2. But once these are done, so yeah, just, I mean, I'm just kind of always experimenting. I mean, I know some people have their formulas down and with their needle size and their tension, but I think it's fun to try out different things and see how it fits. And I really do love the way the heel flap and gusset fits my foot, because I'm kind of an in-between on my arch. So I haven't tried the shadow wrap again, even though I love how easy it is to do. The Flegel heel, that fits me really well too. I think it's just the construction of it, just, you know, the extra room. But it's just enough. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just kind of like to do whatever I feel like. So my other work in progress, I haven't started the second sock on that yet. I'm going to hold off, at least probably through the weekend. And the second one I'm holding in this bag. I still have a couple of these left in the shop, so 40% off. If you like this I Love Knitting bag, now would be the time to get one. And I think I have all sizes maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked the inventory. But I finally started, this is a bad way to show it. I finally started this hat that I've been talking about. This is, I'm using Breaking Yarn, Hazmat Suit, and Jane Margolis. And oh my goodness, I can't even tell you what a difference yarn makes. The manufacturer of the yarn or whatever, because I had originally bought, I have it over here. I originally bought some knit picks for this. If you remember, I talked about this many months ago. And I had actually started that hat, and I'd gotten a couple rounds into the ribbing, and I freaking hated it. Like the yarn, I think it was the yarn. It would just, it didn't glide through my fingers. It just wasn't easy to knit with. And I mean, black's not easy to knit with anyway, let's be honest, because you can't see what you're doing. But this has made such a difference. So, yeah, and this is my first time working with Breaking Yarn too, and it will not be my last, because she does have some very beautiful colors. Some kind of speckly, like her breaking yarns, like Breaking Delphinium, Breaking Black. They're kind of like, you know, like a green and blue, and like she just kind of experiments with the colors instead of like your just tonals. So I will definitely be trying those in the future. But this has been amazing. So I am doing a 20 round rib for the brim of the hat. I think I have about 6 rounds left. Yeah, before I'm done. I'm not really using a pattern for this hat. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. I do have sort of a pattern that I got for free online to kind of guide me. So you should definitely see more progress on this the next time. I have 1 month to get this done. I need it done by June 11th. So actually before then, because I would like to block it, and maybe put a color catcher in there so that I don't have color bleeding into the yellow. That kind of worries me, but hopefully that won't be a big issue. So anyway, there's that. I'm super excited to have that. I'm almost done with the ribbing, and I know once I'm done with the ribbing, which will hopefully be today, the stockinette portion of it, because that's all that I'm going to do, stockinette, it's just going to fly off the needles. That's my hope. And because I'm only working on the 2 projects, the sock and the hat, I'm not dividing my time amongst like 7 different projects or something crazy like that. Because that just, I can't do that. I know that about myself now. I can't do that. Technically, once I'm done with this sock, the second sock on this, I do have technically 2 other socks that I want to do. They're second socks that I made last year for Adrian. One of them I actually started at the beginning of summer sock camp last year. It was the first one that I did for the camp. And I never finished the second one. And of course he's like, I don't want the pair. He's like, he just wears them together even though they're not matching. And they're not even the same color. So they're not even close to looking like a pair. One's like a pink speckled. The other one's like a yellow and the gray. If you remember those from my Instagram. But I'm determined to use those yarns and make second socks. And they're both short socks. So they're not like quite this short, although one of the pink speckly one, it's a cotton blend, it will be this short because I only have like 25 grams. It was only a 50-gram ball to begin with. So yes, you'll probably be seeing those hopefully before the end of the month. My goal is to have all the projects except for the hat off the needles by summer sock camp beginning. And I think I can do it because I'm not making bags right now. I'm not even cutting fabric. I'm just enjoying my time off and kind of relaxing. And for us crafters, relaxing is more crafts. So I got my Yarnable box, and this month's theme was so cute. It's an avocado theme, which I am a fan of avocados. I'm not like a uber fan. I don't eat them every day or anything, but I do love an avocado every now and again with some, I have my own special way that I mix it up. Anyway, so it came with this cute pin, this avocado pin. How adorable is that? And then this was in the box from Monster Knits. Oh my gosh. I opened this up and I thought that is the cutest Progress Keeper I've ever seen. I can't wait to use it. And so the yarn, it's called Avocardio. I mean, how fun is that green? With a little bit of blue in there. So I'll definitely be using these, but stuff like this, that's what I'm talking about with splitting this in half, making short socks, and using the other half in a blanket. And I was actually thinking too, I don't know how good of an idea this is, but taking half of each of my Yarnable yarns that I've gotten over the last year and a half and just starting a Yarnable yarn blanket. But that's not the best idea because I did cancel my subscription. I know, I hated to do it, but for me, it was getting to be a little too much with the yarn consumption or collecting, whatever you want to call it. Getting to be a little too much for me. I'm wanting to use up more than I'm bringing in. And if I have one at the very least coming every month consistently, it starts to add up and it's just like, okay, I'm running out of room, and I don't want to make more room for it because it's like, I'm definitely at the point where I have probably more than I can knit in my lifetime. Who knows? So I don't have any more coming in the mail as of right now. I am going to the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival. It'll be next Saturday. So I can't say that I won't come home with stuff from there. That could happen because there's a lot of vendors. Deep Dyed Yarns is going to be there. And I got that Good Juju yarn a while back that I am going to knit this fall. And so she'll be there. And I did love the way she dyed that yarn. So anyway, I got more yarn from Area 51 Fibers. Oh, I didn't even mention. Area 51 Fibers. That's her yarn. Oh, that's the kind of week I've been having. Anyway, I got these. She was having a little bit of a a sale, like she had like a 10% off day or something like that. Anyway, I got this beautiful self-striping. This is called Baby Yoda Frap. And I got this to make socks for Adrian because we have watched The Mandalorian. We both loved Baby Yoda. How can you not? I'm not a Star Wars fan. I know. Some people are like, what? Not really a Star Wars fan. It's okay. We watched The Mandalorian. We watched Boba Fett. I don't know. It's just science fiction isn't really my thing. If I have to pick, if I'm picking, it's not really my thing. So if I have to make a choice, then this is the socks that I really want to cast on next. Oh my gosh. Like I wasn't thinking when I saw this online that I was going to love it that much in person, but it's just even more beautiful in person. Oh, look at this sock set. This is called Spring Rainbow. Oh my goodness. And it comes with this mini, but if you can see, she speckled the dye in there, but she also speckled in the rainbow. And when I saw this online, I thought there were tweed flecks in it, but it's not. It's just dye. And so, I mean, oh gosh, and I don't know if the camera, I can't really tell if the camera's showing it, but it's like, it's a true like a pastel palette. It's so gorgeous in person. And so, and this is a 50 gram and a 20 gram. So perfect for my shorty socks that I want to be making myself. But I definitely am wanting to cast this on next. So, I think that's it. That's it for all the goods, all the knitting, all the crazy stuff. I am going, like I said, I'm going life stuff. I'm going to the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival next Saturday. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about that. And if you noticed, some of you might have been like, where are your glasses? I actually got LASIK 1 week from today, last week. 1 week ago. And I love it. Oh my gosh. Like I've only worn glasses for 4 years since I turned 30 and I'm 34 and a half. So I lived most of my life without glasses. So having to wear them, I never liked them. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the reasons I didn't like wearing glasses for me personally. But I got the procedure done and I'm super happy with it. The first couple of days, my opinion was definitely different. The initial recovery, I was not so happy with myself, but I am happy to have had that done. You will see me without glasses now. I'm so excited. And yeah, those are kind of the major things that I have going on right now. I'm going to be out of town next week. Obviously, I'm going to be at the festival. I'm going to be at my family's house for my niece and nephew's graduation. I am still making the switch over for websites. I know I talked about that last time, and it is going well. I really am liking the look of the new site. It's just it's just going good. We'll just leave it there. I'll talk more about that probably the next time because I'll probably have it up and going. I'll have everything switched over. Yep, and then make sure, because on my website currently, MidwestStitches.com, it's still gonna be the same. It's just a different platform. 40% off. Go grab your bags today. If you have a print that you had been eyeing, I know I have the out of stock request thing on, but honestly, I have zero intention of making a certain collection again, just because a lot of the fabric that I buy is seasonal and the store doesn't always carry the same prints from season to season. They do change things out. So if you see a print that you like, now would be the time to grab it because there's a good chance it won't ever come back, at least in my shop, in the way that I make them. So just keep that in mind for any future collections. Generally, I won't make another set again, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and let me know in the comments down below, you know, what you guys have been up to, what you've been knitting. Are you guys participating in summer sock camp? Are you doing the Clear 'em for camp thing that Kay has going right now? Yeah, I would love to know what you guys are working on. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye, guys.